Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. Already is countdown in inauguration day, and many Nigerians are. Some are very sad. They are hopeful that the miracle would have taken place on Friday. Alas, it didn't happen that way. But Peter Obi have again decided to speak, and this is the special message you have for Nigerians for the inauguration day proper to 29th of May. And one of his lead lawyers also have said to send a message across to Nigerians. Let's find out in a moment what he's got to tell Nigerians. But before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, ahead of tomorrow's swearing in of the president-elect Bola Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, in the last election, Peter Obi has urged his supporters and citizens in general to remain calm and law-abiding, as only the court of law will decide the actual winner of the poll in due course. Obi, who spoke on the sidelines of an event in Kaduna State, stated that the unity, peace, and security of the country is paramount than any other interest, and as such, he called on all citizens to be law-abiding and work for the progress and development of the country. I quote him word for word: "We must continue to live on the path of peace, religious harmony, ethnic harmony, and coexistence. That is the most important thing for now. Let's have peace, quiet Nigeria where the government will concentrate on caring for the sufferings of the people," the Labour Party flag bearer stated. And of course, in another news, very quickly, where his lawyer has this to say as well. What he's saying, I don't know how to decode it, but I'm trusting that you will decode it in due time. Well, according to Kenneth Okonkwo, with just about 24 hours before the end of the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari and the swearing in of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the new president of the country, one of the counsel of Mr. Peter Obi at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, that's PEPT, Kenneth Okonkwo, has taken to his social media page to reveal what he had envisioned before the event. According to Okonkwo, who is one of the spokesperson of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council, said in the course of his prayer this morning, he heard a voice saying enemies of Nigeria will be disgraced. He stated that he doesn't know what the voice really meant, but he's trusting God for the best. I quote him word for word. He said, "As I was praying to God this morning, I heard a voice that said, 'This is the day before the day of deliverance of Nigeria. This is the day before the day of disgrace of enemies of Nigeria.' I do not understand fully what this means, but I know that we have done our best and God will do the rest. In God we trust," he tweeted. My colleague is here. You've heard what Peter Obi has said concerning the issue of Nigerians remaining calm, even though there's been a call around that they should hit the street, they should hit the inauguration center, Eagle Square, and ensure that their mandate is restored or stopping the whole process. And now, one of his spokesperson and also one of the legal team is saying that he heard from the Lord telling him it's the day before the day of the disgrace. The question is, what is?
Well, for me, Peter Obi right now is just an individual. Whatever he has to say revolves around him. He shouldn't, yeah, he's a statement, but at the same time, he should allow Nigerians to, react the way they will feel like reacting, to what is about happening. What I mean there is that right now, Peter Obi is a billionaire, whether we like it or yes. So he doesn't understand what Nigeria is about to face in the next few years. So he may say Nigeria should come down. I'm not agitating for people to go on rampage and all of that. If it is protest that will help correct this thing, Nigerians should do that. If it's going to be by keeping quiet, it will help us. Or some people want to japa or like that, let it just be like. But right now, what is before us is a future that is very uncertain. I can assure you that the future ahead of us is uncertain. Why? Based on some of the parameters. For example, the man who is on board right now did not promise Nigerians anything. Let's be truthful to ourselves. What we heard there, which was most important in his word, was Emilor Con, it is my turn. Some of those who had come back to confess after having a meeting, I could still remember that woman in APC who left for PDP. She gave a confession, Haja. She gave a confession that actually he made this guy one-on-one and said, what do you have for the Northerners? And he said, he doesn't have anything. Now, this is the truth. That's his mind. Whatever you are seeing on the script written out for him, you can't hold him responsible. After all, we saw the same thing happen in the days of Buhari. Buhari came on board. Well, I was so certain that he had nothing for Nigerians. And when he came on board, man, the guy is just enjoying his life. Today, you can see the eagerness. The eagerness is not eagerness of leaving the office. The eagerness of leaving the office is not because he had satisfied Nigerians. The eagerness is that Nigeria, based on the analysis, maybe the man has seen thus far, Nigeria is sitting on a cake of economic gunpowder. You understand? It's about to blow. So all what he's trying to do, let me get all I have to do and check out. I'll go as far as Daura. If Daura is not okay and these guys come hunting after me, I'll move to Niger. I know what I've done in Niger. I know those guys are going to protect me. Back up. And everyone, and he has left the precedent that if any president comes on board and do very little, that president will be scored the highest mark. So the upcoming president that is coming up, we don't even know what he has at stake for Nigeria. Nobody knows what is going to happen. But Peter will be coming in and say, stay back, don't do this. It's not important to anybody right now. That's my style. He's a statesman. We respect him and all of that. He went for presidential and he fell. But guess what? Nigerians are looking at the future right now. Now, talking about the other guy, that's Kenneth Okonkwo. Kenneth Okonkwo, these guys should, allow Nigerians to rest. All of this we are hearing is a product of their mind. Let me not say allow Nigerians, allow God to rest. Because we have lied too much. Prophet here will lie, this pastor will lie, a brother will lie, someone will come and say, my dream has always stand. That one will come and drop his own dream, put Nigerians in confusion and all of that. Please, they should allow Nigerians to rest. We are tired of this religious fantasy. If you have anything to say, possibly you have a dream, keep it to yourself. If you so much love Nigeria as a country, let us in our different closet just sit back and be praying to the God of heaven to help Nigeria. We should stop distracting Nigeria coming around just because you have and beginning to talk this and that in terms of revelation. I hate God told me this, I hate God told me. Please, people have talked down on God so much this time. Why? Because of some people who are decide to represent God when God did not even send them to represent him. Already, whether we like it or not, our minds are telling us a lot. If I tell you what my mind is telling me now, my sister, you'll be shocked. And guess what? Everybody the same thing.
Yeah, that's true though. But in all of this, what's catchy to me is the fact that Peter Obi should rest. Personally, though, I agree with you on that. But the lawyer who was representing the son who was representing the Abuja petitioner said something. He says within the constitution of Nigeria, for Nigerians who are the most powerful people, who are the electorate, who should decide who the leader is. If they feel the leaders they put in there is not the leader, they have the right to hit the street and protest. The video is in our playlist. He said boldly, he mentioned the part and the constitution, and for whatever reasons, the constitution is being bastardized for whatever reasons.
Yeah.
And he's saying, Nigerians, do not lose your power. Literally, he said it. Do not lose your power. You have been empowered. You are like a sleeping giant. These guys are making it look as if the power belongs to them, but actually the power belongs to the people.
Now the problem we have in the country is that even the people are divided. A lot of Nigerians love to be where the winning side is. That's they love to be in the winning side. What I mean there is just give them small money, small food, and they'll misbehave. We've been hearing protests. What is happening right now is that you're hearing protests. You see anti-protest group will come out and before you know, there will be war, and the so-called corrupt guys will be standing up there and mocking and laughing at us. We can decide now to pull out and say, oh, let's hit the street. All of a sudden, some boys who are drinking all manner of things by the roadside and all of that, they'll just gather them in buses from north, south, east, and way. Pick some Bauchis, pick some Niger, pick some from so places from Lagos and all. Gather them and say, if you people go out there, say this person is the right leader for us, so that they will be fighting between. The next thing, since they are area boys, these other legit guys will run. While in other Senate claim, when a leader comes out and is terrible like that, what happened? Everyone will step out on the street and say, we don't want this leader. Both the street boys will say, we don't want this leader. But now in Nigeria, I mean, the level of crookedness in terms of the mindset of our leader is horrible. Right now, if nothing is done, Nigeria is going to sink so far. Reason being that they always have a way out of everything. And guess what? Nigeria seems not to even realize it. Imagine, for the example, you are an area boy, or you are into one or two funny things you're doing. And despite the fact that you have seen all of this happening, but guess what? Just 500 naira can correct all of this. By you gather them up and say, this guy is fond of protesting, this one is going to lead protest also. So you guys come in and as anti-protest. You see them, they carry the placard also, and before you know, they beat up the people on the street, and before you know, gunshot and all of that. You see them, the military will stand at the other side just watching the whole thing happen. So in the situation we found ourselves, and now we have three arms of government. We have executive, legislature, and judiciary. But unfortunately, we have just one arm of government right now in Nigeria. We have the executive. The others are now instrument in the hands of the executive. As we are seeing, we've already seen in a legislature what is going on. Look at the one that is about to pass. They were approving anything approvable. As far as the demand said, I will need the president. And that is why also the president is even involved in the election of the person who is going to be on board as the Senate president. And is demanding this person should be. So that whenever I say we need 10 billion naira, now the person will say we need to, even when he watches as the country is sinking economically, he wouldn't forget about anything. He must do it. So they already, look at the judiciary, what we are hearing in the judiciary. All of them are instruments in the hands of executive. So this situation, I mean, we needed someone who can come in and restore back all these organs of government and make Nigeria to realize that they have the right to a better life. But unfortunately, it's not happening. So right now, we are just looking up and believing. Maybe someday, something spontaneous will happen. I don't know. But that's just the situation.
All right, let's go wrap it up. We've heard it all. This is no holds barred. We just spoke our mind. Let's interact in our conversation. What's your take and view on what is about to take place in Nigeria?